So, you made it. You persisted. You finally battled your way free of the labyrinth. But what comes next? Why doesn't reaching the other side feel like an untotal victory? If you have ever escaped a connection with a narcissist, you know this exact feeling. It isn't just reassurance. It's a deep, strange emptiness. You feel hollowed out, disoriented, and maybe a little unstable, like you've just awakened from a feverish dream. You feel like you absorbed a poison that was never yours to begin with. Here is what you absolutely need to grasp: that survival isn't the conclusion of the tale. It is not even close. It's the beginning of the genuine metamorphosis. We are not just discussing mending a few scratches. We are discussing a complete, ground-up rebuilding of your identity. The question is not simply how you survived. The actual question is, who do you turn into? First, let us clarify one thing regarding being an empath. It is not just regarding feeling excessively or weeping at films. In this situation, it signifies you were conditioned, frequently from your youngest childhood, to be the vessel for everybody else's unresolved issues. You learned to read the room, to handle the temperaments, to soak up the stress in the space just to maintain harmony. It was an endurance tactic. It's like being the designated driver for a bus full of partiers. You're performing all the labor, absorbing all the bedlam, just to get everyone home safe. And then, the narcissist materializes. This is not just bad fortune, it is physics. The person who refuses to claim any of their dark aspects inevitably clashes with the person who was trained to take in everyone's dark aspects. They are the facade that must devour. You are the looking glass that must reflect. It is an archetypal arrangement, and you proceeded directly into the crucible. This is the section that nearly destroyed you. You did not just manage their darkness, you absorbed it. You began feeling responsible for deeds they performed. You felt humiliated by their actions. You were harboring rage that wasn't even yours. It is as if they uploaded their internal venom straight into your system. It's like discovering your partner has been secretly maxing out your credit cards. The betrayal is bad, but the awareness that you've been financing your own ruin is the part that shatters you. You surrender your identity. You distrust your mental state. This is what the alchemists named the nigredo, the blackening. It's the full disintegration, the implosion of the former self. But here is the eureka moment. That implosion is essential for the progression. The person who comes out of that fire is not the exact same person who went in. The lead of that torment, the disorientation, the fury, it doesn't simply evaporate. It gets formed into something different. It becomes gold. So, who are you now? You have become the wounded healer. Your compassion is not naive any longer. It is not a shortcoming. It is a superpower with restrictions. You are no longer the gentle, defenseless candle flame easily snuffed out. You are a lighthouse. You are sturdy, you are built on rock, and you can detect the storm approaching from 10 miles away. You have gained shadow wisdom. You can identify falsehood. You can feel manipulation in the atmosphere long before it is clear. You can hear the fraud in the telemarketer's voice in the initial 2 seconds. You notice the subtle gamesmanship in a colleague's amicable request. You are not just sensitive any longer. Now you are discerning. Now focus, because this is the vital next step. The overwhelming temptation after this type of pain is to shut down, to proclaim never again, to build a fortress around your heart and become stone. This is understandable, but it's not healing. It's just a different kind of prison. The aim isn't to become stone. The aim is to become gold, still valuable, still shining, but much, much stronger. To accomplish that, you must absorb the lesson, and that necessitates facing your shadow. not just theirs. You must ask the hard question: why did I allow them access? What fragment of me needed to be the savior? What fragment of me was so scared of abandonment that I put up with the unbearable? This is not about blaming yourself. It's about setting yourself free. When you claim that part, the pattern is smashed permanently. This is your initiation. You are not the same innocent person. You have traveled to the underworld, and you have come back. You cannot simply ignore what you have observed. Think about someone like Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years imprisoned by a brutal narcissistic system, absorbing its darkness. But he did not come out as a stone-cold revolutionary, hardened by hate. He came out as gold. He emerged as a wounded healer, carrying the wisdom of the shadow and the underworld, but picking reconciliation and strength. He didn't just withstand the darkness, he transmuted it. That is who you evolve into. You become a paradox. You are both tender and fierce. You are the one who can pass through the darkness without being consumed by it. So, who does the empath become after surviving the narcissist? You do not just return to who you were. You are not shattered. You have been rebuilt. Your empathy has not died. It has finally acquired armor. It has deepened. You still feel, but you feel with your eyes fully open. You still love, but you love with discernment. You become, at last, yourself. Not the self others insisted upon, not the self identified by your wounds, but the complete, powerful, authentic self that was waiting to be created. You are the one who has observed the mask and chosen to be authentic. And that is a power no one can ever seize from you again.